What's up everyone, it's Alpha Wolf with Wolfpack Gaming. Today we are going to be taking a look at another legendary weapon review, and we'll be looking at the legendary rifle Rarog's Gaze. At first I thought this rifle was broken and the mods weren't functioning properly like a few of the other legendaries, but after some extensive testing I realized that it is working properly, at least for me. I noticed first off that the mods have cooldowns on them, which some mods, there are other legendary rifles, or I guess not rifles, but weapons that have mods but don't have cooldowns. So that was the first problem I noticed. And then secondly, I just had to kind of really zone in and focus on the status effects being applied to people to see if this was working right. And for me, it definitely is. Moving on, we're going to look at the firepower, which it dropped at 328 for me. It's got crit damage of 11%, so that's pretty good for a rifle. You're aiming for the head anyways. 15% bonus status power, which is good. Like my other reviews, I've explained what status power is. If you don't know that, go ahead and go take a look at my legendary pistols review. That explains everything. It also has long range damage at 7%, so it dropped on my Trickster. Not very good for my Trickster, but for like a Technomancer, this would be pretty good. It's got a clip size of 8, 149 rounds per minute, 61 damage, 2-second reload time, and 250% crit multiplier, which that's good. The range is 180 meters, which is, I mean, it's basically a sniper rifle, let's just say that. Accuracy is 76% with stability of 59%. The mods on it that we'll be taking a look at are Weakness Trap, which is the tier 3 mod, which shots cause explosions, dealing 46 damage and inflicting weakness on enemies within a 5-meter radius of the target, and it has a cooldown of 3 seconds. The second mod is a tier 1 mod, Burning Bullets. Shots inflict burn on enemies with a cooldown of 8 seconds. So the mods we've got are actually pretty good. Weakness Trap is phenomenal in my opinion. It helps for survivability, especially if you're up close and personal, because it inflicts weakness, which if you don't know, that causes enemies to deal 30% less damage for a period of time. And it does it in a radius, not just the one that you attacked. And the radius is pretty big. Like I explained, 5 meters. I mean, that's a pretty decent radius. Burning Bullets isn't great. It's nothing crazy. It does help for extra damage output, but when it comes to crafting, when the full game releases, Burning Bullets is definitely going to be the one that you're going to want to take off of the gun and replace with a different mod. Now that we've touched base on the mods and the stats of the gun, we're going to go ahead and go over to gameplay and show you exactly how this gun and mods function. So first, we'll touch base on the Weakness Trap mod. As you can see here, when you fire and you hit an enemy, it will cause the explosion. And if you look underneath their health bars, you'll see the yellow broken heart looking thing. That is weakness. So as you can see, it did apply weakness in a radius around the target that I hit. Now remember, that does have a cooldown on it, but it's still really, really good. Moving on, you've got Burning Bullets, obviously. Pretty self-explanatory. Lights enemies on fire. It works as well. Like I said, some of the legendary weapons are not functioning properly with their mods, but this one is, at least for me. You can see shooting enemies every 8 seconds. It will apply burn to the enemy that you've shot, but remember, it does have an 8-second cooldown, which in my opinion is a pretty large cooldown just for a burn effect on a bullet. I mean, maybe it's not, but to me that seems like a pretty high cooldown, especially given that you've got Weakness Trap that's only every 3 seconds, and that's a radial one, not just a single target. In the end, this rifle is pretty decent. It's not one of the best legendaries that I've seen so far, and I've got over half the legendaries in the demo thus far, but it's still decent. It does help with survivability with the weakness mod on it. you know, you can definitely do better if you find a different one, but for the Technomancer especially, this is a pretty decent rifle. It does some pretty good damage. You can see here that, you know, I wanted to kind of showcase how much damage it does without, you know, any skills or anything, and I mean, it does some pretty good damage. But with that, that is the end of the review. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more Outriders content. I will be reviewing every legendary that I am able to get my hands on. So, thanks for watching. Take it easy, everyone.